it's great to know what you want to do and how you're going to do it, but the most important piece is, why do you want to do it? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season. Obviously, since you are, you know that 2020 is just a couple of days away, which not only means a new year, but a new decade, which is wild, considering I am somehow 2 decades old, and I'm pretty sure that I was just 2. We're all confused, but it's okay. But anyway, as usual, everyone likes to take this time to just reset and set some goals, just because it's a pretty good time to do it, good as any, right? So, I just want to help you all with a couple of steps on how to actually achieve these goals, because I realized like a couple weeks ago that I did not achieve nearly as many goals as I set. I'm pretty sure I only did about 3, but I don't exactly know, so let's count them. Okay, goals, where are you? There we are. This year I will. What did I do? Not that. Did that. Not that. Did that. No. Ish. Nope. No. Yes. Okay, so a little better than I thought, but clearly there were still a lot more no's than yeses. But even still, there were a lot of things that I did that weren't even on my goal list. Like Forbes 30 and 30, getting paid to read and talk about the readings for a week, which was great. I loved that. And doing a musical and getting to lead in it, which I actually wanted to do a musical, it just wasn't on my list, and I don't know why. Really weird. And so, obviously there were a lot of things that I did that still made 2019 a pretty okay year, but it just didn't really fit into like the strict structure that I had. And so what I want to do today is help you all come up with a less strict structure that still gives you the backbone and support of how to actually achieve your goals. So, first we're going to do a life audit, kind of like what I just did, but maybe you want to do yours a little bit more structured. I originally got this term from, I believe, Michelle B. And if you all want to watch her videos, because she's also doing a really great like 2020 reset binge thing right now, you can go watch it after this video. Thanks. But yeah, I like to do a life audit or a reflection on each year every year, but I just kind of changed it up a little bit this year because I usually do like a full like written out thing, and that just wasn't what I felt like doing this year. So that's number 1, and this list is pretty short because there's only 4. There were originally 3, but I actually just added that life audit thing. Whoops. Okay, so next, this one is actually the bulk of this whole like goal planning thing for me, is to create some broad resolution boxes. And what I mean by that is that it's just some broad ideas of what you want your life to look like at the end of 2020. I know that's a long way away, but hear me out. But actually thinking of where you want to be, you can create these boxes that will help you achieve what you want to and get to where you want to be. So for example, I recommend doing like 3 to 5, but I did 3. And so mine are to focus on my mental health, to surround myself with creativity and innovation, and to become financially stable. And so these 3 may change, maybe added on to something like that, but this is what I currently have. And so from there, I look at those 3 boxes, and then the way that I traditionally do my goals is actually very specific and like step oriented. Instead of doing that for the broad goals, we then use those specifics to create actionable steps in each of those boxes. And so, by doing that, we eliminate the whole you have to do something or you're a failure. Because sometimes it just doesn't happen, or you decide not to do it. And that's fine, which is why this is a great method of figuring out how you want to achieve that broader idea without compromising like your happiness because you didn't get to do a specific thing. This is also really good for things that you don't have control over, such as getting into your dream college. Like, all you can do with that is put your best foot forward and submit the application. After that, it's up to the application committee to decide whether or not you get in. And so you don't want to plan your entire life around that one thing that you have no control of. That doesn't make sense. And so, instead of doing that, that just becomes one of your options, so that if you don't get into that school, you still have other options and you can still be happy because you have similar opportunities at other schools, right? Right. So that's the big bulk of it. But now, how are we actually going to make sure that we do those actionable steps? Let me tell you, you're gonna put it in your calendar. Because I always say, if it's not in my Google Calendar, it's not gonna get done. But you know what has not been in my Google Calendar for like the past year plus? YouTube and working out. And guess what has not been getting done? YouTube and working out. Now, is this a coincidence? I think not. But just to eliminate any possibility of it being a coincidence, we're going to put it in our calendar. We're going to set specific times during the month, week, or even day so that we can figure out how we're going to do these actionable steps. I forgot to read you all off the steps. And so, for example, the specific steps for surrounding myself with creativity would be attend conferences, workshops, performances, read 30-ish minutes a day, and to work on growing my YouTube. So post once a week. So I would put those steps into my calendar however often they need to be. Obviously the first ones of conferences and stuff would be a lot less often, but say if I wanted to attend one every other month, that would be a more actionable and precise step to take. And so we put that in our calendar, and then that becomes a priority. And everything else is scheduled around that priority. And that is how you're going to get to achieve your goal. So now, the fourth and final piece, which is arguably the most important and maybe should have gone first, but I don't do audit. So, we're a little bit out of order sometimes here. It's fine, but this is to know your why. It's great to know what you want to do and how you're going to do it, but the most important piece is, why do you want to do it? That why becomes your motivation and actually gets you to get out of the bed when you have to choose between getting up and working out or staying under your blankets because it's 25 degrees outside. That's Fahrenheit, not Celsius. But we just think about it. So if you have the choice of staying in bed or working out, or staying in bed, losing weight, staying in bed, feeling better about yourself and being healthier, or potentially healthier, that becomes a lot more motivating than simply having to work out. So think about that episode of The Simpsons where Homer like stole Lisa's baby pictures and put them, it was not Lisa. I'm blanking. Anyway, he stole the baby pictures and put them all up over his wall. And then from there, he got his motivation to actually work at that power plant day in and day out. And so that's what I want you all to do. So I want you to realize what your why is, and then in addition to what you're going to do, I want you to tell your why to someone so that they can help motivate you. But then I want you to take it one step further and not only just tell someone, but to create a vision board or something visual that you can see, that you'll see daily, that will have your motivation of why you're going to achieve these specific steps instead of just the traditional vision board. Now, if you'll want me to show you like what I mean by this, I can do another video or I can just post on Instagram. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But that is actually all that I have for you guys today. I hope that these steps were easy to understand. Maybe not as easy to implement, but goals aren't meant to be easy. I'm sorry. If it's that easy, it's probably not that big of a goal. I'm just being truthful. But anyway, I hope that this will help you figure out what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and I'll tie that back into your why. But yes, guys, I hope that this was helpful and that you have an amazing new year. Bye!